Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam from GeekRest.com. Once again, coming back with another book of my choosing for the week that I recommend you read. This week was had a lot of good books. There's Crossed Badlands, #2 is out. DC put out Aquaman #7, one of my favorite books of DC's lineup. David Finch's Dark Knight, Astonishing X-Men, 48, a bunch of books came out. But basically, Avenging Spider-Man. It's in their 5th issue. This is Zeb Wells' book. I picked up the first issue and the second issue, and then kind of drifted off for the next month's release, and then I picked it up again 2 weeks ago. But issue #5 came out, Avenging Spider-Man #5. And this book is my recommendation for the week because it totally surprised me. Like I said, this is Zeb Wells' book, illustrated this week, or this month, by Leinil Yu, who usually does books with Mark Miller. He's doing Super Crooks right now. They teamed up for Superior a few months ago, and this was such a good book. I was on the fence as to whether to spoil it for you or not, but okay, I'm going to spoil it for you, just so you know. It's an homage. It's an homage to Joe Simon, who, as we all know, created Captain America in 1940, and it's such a sweet book. Basically, the first, you can see the artwork right here. I should make a mention, too. Another reason why I like this book is, of course, Leinil Yu's art. Issues 1 through 3, they were Madureira. He did the artwork for that, and he was great. And then issue #4 was Greg Land. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but it was, regardless, the book has been always the same narrative, same humor. Zeb Wells is great with that, so it carries the story. The first 3 issues had him fighting the Moloids underground. It was kind of drab, kind of boring. It looked like the same scene over and over and over again for 3 issues. Issue #4 picked it up with Hawkeye, trying to define his character more clearly. They're pushing Hawkeye more and more in these Avengers books for the Avengers movie, which comes out next month. But it was this issue that really took a break from everything prior, and it starts the first couple of pages. Captain America wrote a comic book when he was a teenager, or a comic strip almost, and they're basically in the Avengers mansion, and Spider-Man is looking through the comic. He's like, oh my god, this is Captain America wrote this? And from that point on, Peter Parker is just geeking out. He's like, oh my god, Captain America and I have something in common. I'm a total geek. Peter Parker's a total geek, he is. He's more of a science geek, as he says in the book, but he's like, oh my god, Captain America, this patriotic dude who's all muscle, all brawn, is a geek inside. And the rest of the issue, it kind of Peter Parker's just shoulder to shoulder with him as they're about to storm, a compound. He's like, so, you used to get beat up in high school? Yeah, me too. It's just very sweet. And the entire time, Captain America, he's not really dismissing it, his past, comic book writing, days as a teenager. He just slowly starts to rekindle and rediscover his passion for that creative outlet. And it's just kind of cool. It, takes the superhero big action play out of the book and throws in the fact that these guys, could be comic book fans themselves. They could have these little sparks of interest that, how can they not? Look at these suits they wear. And the book is just an homage to Joe Simon, and you don't really realize it until the very end of the book, where they, say in loving memory to. And then you go back and reread the entire thing, or even just reflect on the entire book that you read, and you see, oh my god, what a great story, what a great tribute, what a great little piece. Peter Parker has always been this zany guy in the 90s. His sense of humor kind of fell flat for me. It was always these one-line, cheap jokes. Zeb Wells has been writing Spider-Man's wit and humor perfectly. It actually sounds believable. And cheesy, but cheesy in the sense that, oh my god, this guy needs to shut up in the greatest way, the kind of way that you would mock a friend. So, Avenging Spider-Man #5. I recommend this book. Please go out and get it. If you've been turned off by any of the issues up to this point, this is a nice tangent and great story, great great artwork. And Captain America, comic book geek. How can you not read a little bit more about that? So check it out. See you next week.